The studs are having a problem with these women reciprocating, showing love back and doing things for them. The same way men are complaining about the one-sidedness of a lot of these women who are very selfish. I said it, and very entitled. I say it all the time. Think the world owes you something, think that men in general owe you something, and all these unrealistic expectations that they have for a man is just ridiculous. And you think that that's going to yield you a healthy, stable, long-lasting relationship? Child, please. No, it's not. No, it's going to yield you single, as it is already showing that we got a lot of bitter single mothers out here who having a hard time finding a man, because it's you, your actions, your high expectations, your ratchetness, the 3 baby daddies. It's y'all gotta come to grips with that and get it together. It's y'all for the most part. And I have to say, every man is not horrible, and it's not all, there are some horrible deadbeat men, because people have bad understanding. And look, there are horrible people in every race, in every gender. We already know that. I shouldn't have to keep saying it, but you have to say it for the people in the back. Oh, you're just bashing women. No, there are horrible men out here, but I'm not. Listen, on this channel, I'm going to point out the horrible behavior of women, because I understand the nature of women, and that you don't have to do this, and you can do something better, because men, it's already expected. Too many people are already bashing all men, and I don't think it's fair. There are enough channels, there are enough women out here who bash men on a daily basis and call them out for their BS. Now, for the ones who are, out here just ratchet as men, yes, there are men out here who are horrible creatures, right? And they don't take care of their responsibilities in all of it. Yes, they have been held accountable and are still being held accountable. But what we're not going to do is make it seem like this is all black men and all black men are just bad and women are perfect. And that's where I come in, because I'm going to definitely point out the horrible nature of these particular women and explain to you why you're having a difficult time that you're having, and why your expectations are ridiculously high for who you are and what you bring to the table, and versus what you expect from these men. So I'm going to keep calling it out, because I think it has to change somewhere. And we can't keep putting all of the pressure and all of the blame on all men when a bunch of these women are clearly out of order and out here doing the wrong things. I'm not going to put a band-aid on it, because all it does is perpetuate the idea that women are perfect and men are all the problem, and these women just want men to cater to them. And why should he, when he's catering to a bunch of hot mess? So that's where I'm at with it, and I don't care what nobody say. That's my thoughts, that's my opinion, that's how I feel. You could take it or leave it, because a lot of these women are out of order, and I just gotta, just as much as there's a whole bunch of channels pointing out deadbeat men and how bad black men are, we got enough of that. So if we gotta point it back at them. Hold on, if these men are so bad, well, what about you? Because you're not perfect. So we can't just let women just skate off like that so easily and just continue to perpetuate this idea that women are just perfect because they have a vagina. They're so perfect, they do no wrong. That's bullshit. And I'm not for it. I am not here for it. I'm really not. I understand that there are horrible women, just like you want to point out the horrible men. All the men in the world aren't just horrible. All the black men are all bad. Just like I don't say all black women are bad, but we got to point out the ones that are. And you don't, and once again, you can make changes in your life. You don't have to stay there. But they've been coddled and they've been told that they're the best thing since sliced bread. 300-400 pounds doesn't matter. So they've developed this sense of entitlement that they are so great because they can get a job, that they're beyond correcting. They're beyond any correction whatsoever, and that's just ridiculous. We need community, we need families, in my opinion, and I just think that we have to do something to change this. If not, it's only going to look worse for our community, because non-black people, they have their families, they're still creating families and communities for themselves. We are the only ones who are struggling with this and are still complaining about our own men and not really wanting to work with them, because our women think that they're better than the average man. And it's a problem. I don't care how you try to slice it, how you look at it, it's a problem for our community. And then as much as these women put black men down, they still have a problem, in my opinion, from what I've seen, with men going to other races of women and trying to get families and get wives and have children, have their own children. This is the outcome, whether they like it or not, of these women going out, having this good old fun, being outside and being empowered, to go out here and just be promiscuous. They made that seem like that was a badge of honor, that was a good thing to do. And then in the midst of all of that, you're making babies, illegitimate babies, by men who don't want to be with you, who are not responsible, and you are not responsible, and you're just going out here having aimless sex with different men and having your good time, and getting to the D, and then you end up pregnant, and now you're a statistic, raising a child by yourself, and they don't do it once, they do it several times over, and then they're complaining that no man wants them. That they'll date a guy, as soon as he finds out that she has kids, he like, oh, hell to the no. Because he don't have kids, and he's been responsible. And he wants a wife and to create his own family as it should be. So it's like you cannot keep trying to penalize men for your poor actions and for your poor choices. Because you chose poorly doesn't mean that all men are choosing poorly. You chose poorly with a man who chose poorly, who didn't care about anything else, just like you didn't. And you both created a broken home. And all the other men, now your expectation, for the life of me, I don't understand how your expectations of men go up once you have chosen poorly. And just because you're tired of choosing like that, or you're tired of the bottom of the barrel, now you expect the most from a upstanding man. Because any man, in my opinion, who's working towards something and working hard to achieve something and has been responsible his whole life, doesn't have babies all over the place, and he's waiting to make babies with his family, to me, he has prioritized certain things that a lot of these women have not. They didn't think that's something that they should be doing. They didn't see a problem with it. Now they're seeing the after effects of it. But why is it that you don't see that making these babies early on, you was young and you was dumb, but now you're older and now your expectations are higher because you feel like you've learned so much more, and now you got a job, a stable job, and you're not messing with Pookie no more. So now you think that a man owes you more? I don't get that for the life of me. I never will. It's a hot mess, and I just think we can do better. And I really wish that the information that I'm putting out, I'm hoping that it helps somebody. I'm not doing it to just be talking. I think we need to do something. We need to do something differently to better our circumstances and our situations. What a lot of our women are doing now is just not working. I don't understand what society, social media has definitely done a number on our women, Black women in particular. And even though this is not just a Black issue, somehow we when women go out here and they do it at the highest level in a negative way. You're at the forefront of this. It's not just Black women, but Black women seem to be at the forefront of it. All you hear on a daily basis. All of y'all watching this, y'all could go on social media and see a woman bashing a Black man, talking about he needs to have this and what they expect, and you looking at them like, baby girl, why do you feel so entitled? I'm looking at you. Why do you think that a man should do all this for you? And then ask them what they're gonna do, child. They don't want to even fix you a goddamn bologna sandwich. It's a problem. It really is.